Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly. I am the maker for Happy Dandelion Creations. If you're new here, I am on a journey to share my plushies that I'm making and the markets and cons that I'm doing. So this video will be about the first con that I did, and I'm super excited. I did Nashville Comicon, and I make my plushies are on the nerdier side, so I fit right in and was super excited about it. I am still trying to navigate on this journey, all the social media aspects, trying to remember to film, trying to remember to post different things. I feel like I'm late to the social media game, and that's okay. I'm working on it. If you are watching this video and there's something that I didn't put in that you want to see, by all means, put it in the comments. I am always looking for things I can do to improve and do better and things like that. So, my videos, the few that I've done so far, I feel like have been like chaos videos. So, today's chaos video is going to be the breakdown of how my market went. I'm going to put in how day one went. It was 2 days. How day one went, and then we'll talk about it, and then I'll insert the clip of how I started day two and how day two went. Okay, so day one was Saturday. So, rewind. Day zero, Friday, was setup day. And my husband has made he made my shelf and stuff that sits on the table. And so he made it so streamlined. We were done setting up in like 30 minutes. And I was like, what are we going to do with all this time that we have? And we went back and forth whether we wanted to put all the plushies and find a way to wrap it or take everything down every night. And we decided at the very last minute to find a tarp and make a tarp fit. And with some turmoil, it worked out perfectly, actually, but it took some trial and error and it took some to get there. So I set up on Friday. It went super smooth. I put up all my plushies and stuff like that, and then we wrapped it all up. And all of that, we kind of walked around to see what the event space looks like, because I never actually attended this Comic-Con. I've attended other Comic-Cons, but not the one here in Nashville. So we looked around just to see. There were quite a few vendors who hadn't shown up yet, but it was really, really early. So they give you from like 11 to 7 o'clock on Friday to of people to come in at various times and set up their table. And then there were, when we showed up Saturday morning, if you couldn't show up, you had from 6:30 to 9:30 to set up. And so when we showed up Saturday morning to finish setting up and do last minute rearrangements and stuff like that, there were quite a few people still like doing like structure setups and shelving setups and stuff like that. So not everybody can make the Friday, and that's okay. That's why they give you lots of time Saturday morning. Saturday went really well. So day one went really well. They let the VIPs in at 10 o'clock, and that first hour where it's just VIPs is gets going a little slow, because of course the VIP is a more expensive ticket, and so it's selective. But once they let in general population or people, and then it was like a constant flood of people down my aisle, and so a constant flood of sales, which is really good for me. I had made plenty of plushies, and so as I sold one, I replaced it with something else. So if I made one of my little characters, I replaced it with a character. If I sold a Pokemon, tried to replace it with a Pokemon. I sold out of the Pokemons I brought with me that day fairly quickly. But I had a bunch more in the car for day 2, and it was okay. I actually sold quite a few what I call quick makes, the possums, the bees. I sold a lot of bees, although I didn't try and make a bunch of pride bees, so they were in all the different pride flags, because it's June, so I figured pride flags, all inclusive, all the love. And I sold out of the pride bees, and I had to replace it with something else. So I know for next year I need to have lots of pride bees. What else did I sell? I have my list. I have pages and pages and pages of things. So, and then we also had my daughter's stickers. I've shown you her stickers before. She is very talented, and we are so proud. So in the clip, you can see her little setup. We had it so that it was, she stuck them up on a board, and then we had to pull them for the people so that there wasn't thousands of people touching her stickers. So at the end of day 1, I sold 13 quick makes. So most of them, though, were bees and possums. And that surprised me a lot, actually. Possum, everybody is just so in love with possums, and that seems weird to me. And then I sold 26 of my little characters, so I have pretty much one body tape, and I make all my characters out of that. And then there's a few that I do in different body types. I do Sailor Moon in a longer body type, and Wednesday and Peach in a different body type, and I'll show those to you. And then I sold 7 Pokemon, and then my daughter made 10 sticker sales with a total of 58 sales on day 1, Saturday, which was really, really good for me. My average sale for like a farmer's market is about 20 to 25 on a really good one. So I was real optimistic going into day 2. Good morning. Day 2. All restocked. Ready to go for today. And day 2 was a lot slower. I knew it would be slower, but it was a lot slower than I expected it to be. And Sunday was mostly cash, people. I had probably about an even amount on day 1. Sunday was mostly cash. We had a couple of things working against us for Sunday. So the CMAs were in Nashville this weekend. Fun. The air show, there was an air show in Nashville this weekend, and free military on Sunday. So that was working against us. And I think there was a few other things going on. So Sunday was very slow. And I have to keep reminding myself that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're doing okay. So it picked up in the afternoon, but not by much. I sold 14 characters. I sold 2 Pokemon. That being said, one of them was one of my bigger ones. I'll try and Charizard. And I sold 3 quick makes, What were they? Oh, I sold a booty frog and an axolotl and a possum on Sunday. Those were my 3 quick makes. And my daughter made 8 sticker sales. So still a lot of sticker sales on a Sunday, which I'm so happy for her. Her stickers were very popular. I sold a couple of really big items. Like I said, the Charizard, and he's on the pricier side. And then I sold a couple of bigger things. But there was a total of 30 sales for Sunday. And like I said, my average is about 20 to 25. So 30 is still a really good day. I was just so positive coming out of day 1. I was like, I'm gonna double. I'm gonna make the same amount that I made yesterday. And honestly, that's not realistic because Sunday is always a slower day. People go to church, they're getting ready for work and things like that. So, but I think it turned out to be a really good day, a really good weekend, and because my husband had made the system so easy and streamlined, and like there was a process, tear down. So when I'm tearing down my setups, I usually just, when I go into it, all of my plushies are organized. This is what's in this bucket, this is what's in this bucket, this is what's in this bucket. And when we go to break down, everything just gets mixed up into buckets and as quickly as possible. And so we were tore down and out the door in 35 minutes. And if you've ever done a market, that is got to be some sort of record. And when we were rolling out after like 35-40 minutes, I was like, whoa, that's impressive for us. So yeah, that's how my first con went. I'm super excited. I met a lot of really nice people. I have to remember, when I meet those nice people and I meet amazing artists, to get their handles so I can tag them. And I always forget, like I said, I am new. I'm behind the curve on the social media. I'm over 40, so this is all new to me, and I'm working on it. If you do markets and you have YouTube videos, any tips would be great. Any tips would be great. If you like my chaos videos so far, hit the subscribe button. I'm just going to continue to show my journey and my plushies. That's where I'm at today. See you later.